Hello, 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 and welcome to this transformational moment with me, your host, Dr. TCK. Yes, that is Transformational Coach K, and I'm so glad that you are here with me on today to get your transformational moment. And I want to talk to you about the power of the word no. I'm going to say it again. The power of the word no. It is a complete sentence. Do you hear me? The word no is a complete sentence. And I want you to know that there's power in saying no. And so for me, the word no is at first I was always a yes person. What I consider to be a yes person is someone asks me to do something, yes. Someone say, can you do this, or can you take me, or can you, yes. And when I learned the power of the word no, it was so liberating for me. It was so liberating in a lot of ways. One, because I found myself saying yes to things that I did not have the time to say yes to, that I actually couldn't do, but I made time. I made the sacrifice to say, to make sure that it happened by saying yes. When I would say yes, I found that I didn't really want to. I found that I was already drained, and to do it, it was even more draining to do it. But I kept saying yes. Why? Because I wanted to make sure that people were pleased. I wanted to make sure that they knew that I was there for them. I wanted to make sure that that they knew my word was my bond, and whatever else that came with it. But what it was doing to me in the process was I was sacrificing. I was drained. I was sometimes overcommitting myself. And all I had to do was say no. But because I was so used to being there for people, and I was so used to, taking care of things for people, helping things, helping people out, I just really, I was just so used to it. I was always saying yes. But what I found was when I said no, it freed me. It was so liberating because, one, it began to protect my space. It began to protect my energy. It allowed room for other things that I really wanted to do or needed to do, and without being stretched, without being pulled in all directions. And let me tell you, the word no works regardless of in every area of your life. Okay, it works with your children, it works with your family, it works even with your significant others, your spouses. It also works at work, and it works in the church. It works. Okay, and don't get me wrong, with your family, your children, your spouses, your partners, and things of that nature. Yes, there are sometimes that you have to say yes, and I'm not saying in those times say no. But what I'm saying is, if you know you are dead dog tired and there is something that has to get done, and there's somebody else that could possibly do it, or it could wait, then it's okay to say no, not at this time. If you don't have the time to rest for yourself, how are you going to be able to be better for other people? And so sometimes, you have to say no. And guess what? You may feel guilty at first, but guess what? Everybody else is going to be all right. They're going to bounce back. Even your children will learn a lesson in that time, that it's not all about them and their needs and their time. Sometimes they have to wait. Sometimes they have to be patient so that mommy and daddy can get what they need. And sometimes that's rest, right? Sometimes that's rest. And so you want to make sure that you are not dragging yourself, draining yourself, and doing things that you either really don't want to do, or you cannot do, or you don't have the time to do, and it's really, 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 really stressing you. Yes, I know that there are times that you're going to have to do things like that, but when you can say no, say no. And I promise you, you will find that it's so gratifying. Again, it's so freeing, and you will find that you will begin to have more time to do some of those things that you need to do for yourself as well as for your family. Because that's the other thing. You want to make sure that you're taking care of you and your family needs first. Okay. So, One thing to remember is that everything and everybody is not your assignment. Let me say that again for the person all the way in the back. Everything and everybody is not your assignment. That's why you're drained. That's why you don't have time for self care. That's why you don't have time for yourself, because you're thinking, oh my goodness, I got to do this for this person. I got to do this for this person. They need me. Oh, it won't work if I'm not there. Let me tell you, it will work. They will be okay. You're talking to a person, you're listening to a person who used to have some of those same thoughts. I used to say some of the same things, like I gotta be there. Like, oh my God, if I'm not there, then what? Or, I gotta help them out. No, by you saying no, or by you not being available, guess what? It makes them to, or allows them the opportunity to, guess what? Learn some things, to learn how to do it without you, to learn how to figure it out on their own, to learn some life lessons in the middle of it. Because why? At the end of the day, there are going to be times where you're not actually going to be able to be there. So you have to make sure that you show up when you really can show up, when you really want to show up, when you really want to be there, and when you really can be effective. Because again, if you're drained, if you're totally busy, how effective can you actually be? Okay, so if you don't remember anything else, remember everything and everybody is not your assignment. That's how you also stay in your lane. That's how you stay in your lane as well. So make sure that you remember everything and everybody is not your assignment. And then also, saying no to yourself is a great thing. Sometimes before we can say no to others, we have to say no to ourselves. Like, Coach K, no, you know that you are totally booked and you cannot do that right now. So guess what? As much as you want to help this person out, or as much as you want to take on this activity, or as much as you want to do this, no, you cannot do this. You have to, even for yourself, you have to tell yourself no, so that you can do what you need to do and be effective in doing it. You don't want to commit to things or to people if you know that you don't want to do it, or that you can't do it. At the end of the day, this is about protecting your space, your energy, and making sure that you don't overcommit. So it's okay to say no to others, as well as saying no to yourself. By doing that, you are creating boundaries. You are also giving yourself some extra time and some extra space to do some things that you need to do for yourself, and that might just be rest. You can't run yourself ragged every day, all day. So you want to make sure that you tell yourself no, as well as tell others no. So I hope that you've enjoyed this transformational moment. As always, I am your host, Dr. TCK, your transformational coach K, and I look forward to seeing you the next time. Have a great day and be blessed.